there won't be election. Some even said, don't deceive yourself, there will never be election. Some agitate for interim government.
So whether it was bad or good, there was election.
That is an election.
Okay.
And what some people predict doesn't come to pass. So we still, at least we are moving forward. At least, though the election was marred with various crises, the most pathetic aspect of it is the killing. Because killing people because of electoral office is uncalled for.
Someone may argue that, contrary to what obtains in the advanced societies of the world, in Nigeria, an average election is a war. Would you agree or disagree with that opinion? That
the opinion is correct. You say election should be a festive period.
No, a war.
But in Nigeria, election is a war.
It's a war.
It's a war.
All right.
We should tell ourselves the plain truth. Because I observe election, even the last gubernatorial, in Osun we don't have gubernatorial. We have House of Assembly election. I observe election in about 7 or 8 local governments. But what is ongoing there is pathetic.
So if election is a war, is it not natural for there to be death in a war? Is it not natural for people to die in a war?
Election should not be a war. But in Nigeria, we turn it to be. Election should be a celebrated thing. Election should be an avenue for the people to express their mind.
An opportunity.
It's an opportunity to elect whoever they want to lead them. Okay. Election should be seen as a festive period.
A festive period.
It's a festive. It should be
something to be happy about.
So everybody, your permanent voters card in every 4 years should be to celebrate that. Okay, today I have opportunity to now show this
to exercise my right.
To now show this man. That is always going in our street without even greeting us that you are no more going there. We are sending another person. We are sending a young and vibrant person to go and represent us.
And like a magic wand,
yes,
that card works.
Yes,
it should be a time.
It should be
to proudly.
All right, but alas, the reverse is what we are having in Nigeria. Some people who still have effrontery to tell you, if you are coming to this polling unit, you are not for this social party, don't come at all. They terrorize people. They start shooting few days to that election, so that people who.
Okay, we just said election appears like a war, but it shouldn't be.
Yes, is
it also right to say an election could be an opportunity to protest?
Yes, when we're talking of protest, there are various protests. You can protest via not eating. That is hunger protest. You can protest that on election day we are going to show this man that we are protesting against his behavior.
Yes.
So election should be seen.
So now, when a group of individuals gather to say, if you are not voting for this candidate, don't come out, is that not a form of protest?
It's not protest. That is intimidation.
Okay.
That should not be a protest again. That one is an intimidation. Every citizen should have right to express their opinion via ballot. Every citizen that has attained the age of 18 should be allowed to express their mind via their ballot. So for people to say, if you are not voting for social person, don't come out. That is no more a protest, but
that looks like
repression.
That looks like selection now. It's no longer election.
It is repression of people against their choice. If you know you are not coming to vote for this person, don't come out. That means, okay, I want to vote at low cost. Let me go and vote for their candidate. It's a repression. I should have my mind. I should have a free mind to elect somebody I believe can serve my own interest. Not people dictate that I should vote for social person.
So how do we adjudge the just concluded election? Is it free, fair, and credible?
Well, you can say the election is only fair. It's not free, and it's not credible. Except you want to deceive yourself. You can say it's fair. Fair in the sense that at least there's no war, and the results have been declared. Take for instance in Osun now, they said PDP won 25 House of Assembly seat, APC won 1. So the result has been declared. But you can only say the election is fair, but not free and credible. We should be to tell ourselves, because a situation whereby hoodlums were allowed freely, even in the state capital, to be shooting sporadically and snatching ballot paper, threatening people. It happened in Osogbo, in Ward 5, Alekwodo area. It happened in Ward 1, along that. It happened in Bodipa. It happened in Atakumosa East, and several other places in Osun. Repression, threatening, intimidation. That should not be part of our process. But for whatever the result has come out, and they have announced the winner, whoever that feel aggrieved has another option. They should approach the election petition tribunal. They should allow us to maintain this peace that we are enjoying.
So talking about the downsides of the last election, the just concluded election, who should be held responsible? The umpire, the contestants, the politicians, the electors, the government? Who should be held responsible?
Well, if you are to hold anybody responsible, the security agents should be held responsible, because they were not alive to their responsibility again. It is the duty of the security agents and the government to protect life and property of their citizens.
Enforce the laws.
They should be able to enforce the law. But if it happened in the remote area, and we say, okay, there's not enough security around that place, what cost the one of this, the state capital, every security agent? It is the government and the security agents. The umpires have done their own bit. They are to conduct election. In a sane, you see, they have done their own bit. Okay. Their own bit is to produce the ballot papers, the boxes, the ad hoc stars. Everything was arrived at the center on time. Who are to protect these people from harassment, intimidation, even killing? It is the duty of the security and the government, because it is a constitutional provision that government should provide adequate security for the life and property of a citizen. What does the government do? What are the role played by the security agents? So we should be able to come out and tell them the plain truth this time around. Government should be alive to their responsibility in providing security for life and property of their citizens. And the security agents, they should also be alive to their responsibility too. In a sane and normal society, the umpire, having provided all the necessary things, people should be able to come out freely, rejoicing, dancing, go to the polling booth, cast their vote, celebrating, and when we not declare those who won, celebrating, those who lost, congratulating the others. That is how it's supposed to be. But in situation whereby one party is mobilizing hoodlums against their opponents.
Just like it happens in any sporting event.
Yes.
We don't go to a stadium with guns, to kill one another.
Yes. Politics should be seen like a sport. It should be seen like a football or any other sport festival. It should be a celebrating thing. That good enough. We are the Arsenal and Manchester they are meeting today, and at the end of 90 minutes, those who won will be celebrating. The others will be they'll go and strategize. What caused our loss this match? We should be able to come back alive in the next match. That's how it's supposed to be. But the reverse is the case.
All right. Is this also because in Nigeria for years we seem to have blamed poverty for everything? Some people say we practice hunger politics, not politics of ideology. Would you agree with this or disagree?
Well, partially I will agree with it. I will agree with the sense that You see, an average Nigeria has been held down economically. If you have your money, and the government said, oh, we want to redesign our money, and we want to bring your money back so that you exchange it for new one. All of us rush to the bank and deposit our money. Then the bank started rolling out order. They start with, oh, you won't withdraw more than 20,000 naira. Later when you go to the bank, they said, oh, we don't have enough cash, we'll give you 2,000, we'll give you 1,000, we'll give you 5,000, as if we are begging. So those who said it is poverty-driven something, they were partially correct, because an idle hand is a devil workshop. You don't allow people to go onto bed empty stomach, and in the following morning he saw somebody who can offer them 500, 1,000, and he won't do his bidding. Definitely he will do. So it is the duty of government to make sure that the welfare of their citizens is paramount in whatever they are doing. The Nigerian government has failed woefully on that.
We're saying that specifically now, the CBN policy that came up, coincidentally during the election period, was that a wrong decision entirely? Was it wrongly decided?
Well, it may be a good policy, but badly, wrongly implemented. Because you can't tell your citizen that bring your money to bank, exchange old currency for a new one, and collected their money to your fault, and you don't provide another one for them. It is purely stealing by trick. It is purely stealing by trick.
But there were complaints there's too much money in the circulation, especially cash, raw cash in the system.
My brother, if they know there are too much cash in circulation, and they know the amount of, they know the amount they collected from people. You collected 2.7 trillion from people, and you are printing less than 400 billion, and you want that one to match. It is not possible.
The policy appeared to have been justified on the premise of the fact that politics in Nigeria has become heavily monetized.
We are finishing electionary thing now. We'll be expecting what will happen after the electionary thing now. The reality is that the policy was politicized.
Okay.
Good policy, but it has been politicized. So it is a policy targeting at a certain candidate.
It was meant to have been purely an economic
policy
for growth.
Okay. But it is a policy that was politicized, and a politicized policy cannot work. Because it's not only Naira that is legal tender in Nigeria no longer. We are trying to match the global economy by every day. This is the amount. This is the price of hard currency. So, and those people that you are targeting, they are not a local person. They are an international figure. As you are targeting them, you are only punishing the innocent masses of the country who doesn't have other means of moving than the Naira and Kobo. Those who are targeting themselves, they forgot that every policy that is anti-people will not work. Your policy should be pro-masses policy. It should not be a capitalist policy, because you are targeting a particular person who is an international person, like yourself. You are thinking of changing on that. You don't have the power over euro, pound sterling, or dollar. As you have access to it, the same person you are targeting has access to it. Your policy might not affect him much. But the poor farmer in Ifetedo, the poor farmer in Etioni will suffer for it. So all our policy should be a policy that will be targeting to be a pro-masses policy. That is just it.
Now, comparatively, how would you judge voter apathy this last election? Would you say it was better than the previous election or worse?
You see, part of what caused the voter apathy is what we must. If hoodlums were moving freely in towns, killing people, at least the EU, European Election Observer, said they have the record of 21 people killed during the last governorship election in Nigeria. So you don't expect anybody that they kill is family, sibling, friends, or to think of coming to vote for anybody. Go and do your business. It's your business.
For wanting to exercise one's constitutional
right. For wanting to exercise your franchise,
you die in the process.
You die in the process. Nobody would like to come out freely again. So, and part of what caused those apathy is that hoodlums, political thugs, they move freely, they harass people, they are shooting in some community. If they burn you well, come out on that election day. We will show you. If you are not ready to vote for our candidate, if you dare come, we will kill you. So nobody will want to come. Nobody want to die because of somebody want to go to House of Assembly. So that is repression. So if you are talking of apathy, if people have free atmosphere and they didn't come out, it's another thing entirely.
Well, you blame the security apparatus for that. Why were you silent on the politicians who control the thoughts?
Look, my brother.
The politicians control the thoughts.
If I'm mentioning hoodlums, who's sponsoring them? Yeah, the politicians. So already I've indicted the politicians because all these problems will be laid bare at the doorstep of the politician because they were the desperate person. I see no reason why you should be desperate up to the level of killing human being like you because you want to attain an office. That is not good. Politicians should cultivate the habit of, if you win, you should be able to celebrate. If you lost, go back to the drawing board, review what caused your loss, and move forward.
What do you think is responsible for the desperation? Is it the love of the people? I'm a politician and I want...
It is not the love of not the love of the people. It is the love of money. They believe that is the only lucrative business that is around now. So thinking that because they love their people, no. Elect them. How many times will you see them back in their constituency again? So if our politicians can know that politics should be seen as a game of sport, that if you emerge, the loser will congratulate the winner. That is how it's supposed to be seen. It's not do or die affairs, but it is when we introduce the do or die affairs into our politics, the result is what we're witnessing.
Some have been clamoring that politics shouldn't be full-time. It shouldn't be a full-time activity. It should be like a vocation. You are known for something. You're a professional, but you see it like a calling to go and represent the interest of your people. How do you respond to that?
That is, it's a good idea, but can Nigerian politicians accede to this? Because millions of naira were in politics. So every politician should have a second address.
Second address.
You should be able to have a second address. You must have your primary assignment before venturing into politics. Politics should not be...
It can be corrected.
You see, we have two national assemblies, and it is an over-bloated assembly. But the presidential system of government that we are running is too expensive. We've tried parliamentary in the First Republic, but the military came to our system and ruined our system. Except we revert back to the parliamentary, we will continue wasting Nigerian resources on politics. Except we want to deceive ourselves. Today, as it is today, if we elect people to the national to the parliament, from there let them select who is going to be the governor, who is going to be the commissioner, who is going to be the minister, so that we have a reduced cost. But in a situation whereby you elected the governor, you elected the House of Assembly, the governor appointed the commissioners, special advisor, senior special assistant, thousands of political office, countdown to the last general election. See Governor Wike in Rivers State appointing 200,000.
I was so proud of it.
200,000 age.
I was so proud of it.
That's it.
I was so proud of it.
Yes. So and now he only recruited them for the shenanigans he want to do, and he has won the election. That was the reason why they were doing that one. But if there is a law that doesn't allow such frivolous appointment and unnecessary spending, our country will be better for it.
All right. On a parting note, your words of admonition to the electorate, an average electorate, okay, many things went wrong this last election. Are we supposed to give up? If we are not giving up, what's the way forward?
Well, to Nigerian electorate, we've done our own bit. At least the politicians, they manipulate whatever they want to manipulate. But for us, we should be proud that we elect our people. And we should not give up. We should make sure that in every election, we come out and show them that, oh, you didn't represent us well the last time we sent you. This is the next person that we are sending this time around. Oh, you have done well. When we sent you in the first time, we are representing you and sending you back for another time. So we should be alive to our responsibility and should be proud that we have that power to elect or reject whoever that
so that power exists now.
Yes.
Votes are beginning to count.
It still exists, except the repression in some places, and some people even resist it. Certain constituencies, they resist it.
That's true. Yes, it's been said that winners don't quit and quitters don't win. It's our country. We don't have a second place we can call our own. And we, as long as there is breath of life, we can always overcome. As it has been said, in an effort to review the just concluded election, that we should go back to the drawing board and re-strategize. Seems not only the politicians are meant to re-strategize, even electorates should learn to re-strategize. Everybody re-strategize. We pray, but prayers are not enough. We need to put in more energy to save our dear country, Nigeria. Thank you so much for tuning into AM Cafe OSBC TV, 113 on Star Times, 502 on Free TV. This morning, we do this every morning. Special thanks to the contributors behind the scene at the VTR, MCR. I would not want to forget to appreciate our guest, Comrade Waid Lawal.
Thank you for having me.
A human rights activist. Thank you so much. We pray that violation of human rights in Nigeria will not be getting worse. It will be getting better.
Amen.
But for time, we would have loved to talk about the youth agitation that reflects so much in this last election. Maybe another time we'll look at that.
Definitely.
Special thanks to the producer, Ulishola Ogunleye. Thank you for all efforts every time. Executive producer, Olasukomi Oyebayo. Thank you for your efforts. My name is Benga Famino. Appreciating everyone tuning in and wishing you a blessed week. Goodbye. God bless.